Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. Brother81 here again. Today I'm going to talk about this Socket 7 computer I have. It's practically maxed out in a way, and I'm already turning on because of the power supply fan. When it cools down, when it power ups, makes a lot of noise and has a disturbing stink of humidity, but the computer works well. I also have it for very good years. I did made some upgrades on it. So here you can see I took the lid off. I'm going to show you the front. There's a CD-ROM drive. There's a Pentium MMX sticker, which originally came with one. Pentium MMX CPU, floppy drive, power button, power LED, hard disk LED, reset button. This only has this small door trace. You close it like that, but unfortunately it does with this close. It blocks the airflow in a way. As you can see, locked in place, down. It blocks. So this originally came with a Pentium 200 MMX. I can't remember the memory. I think it was 16 megabytes, 8 megabytes. I can't remember. Here's the cover. Here's the top. The CD-ROM is a gold star. There's some information about the power supply. Here on the side. In the back, there's the power supply. Serial parallel. Another serial. AT keyboard. PS2 mouse. VGA. That's not TV out. Oops, sorry. And under there's the sound card. I will show you better now the internals. So what does I have now? As for the CPU, it has the AMD K62 400 MHz. Some people don't know how to use to add a small trick. You have to place the multiplier at 2 with a 66 MHz front bus, and with that it will run at 400. The 2x multiplier will become a 6x multiplier. Well, unfortunately I have a lower DirectX version, so it doesn't show up the CPU speed. The motherboard, it's a Gigabyte AB PX5. It uses the Forfering TX chipset, the last one made by Intel. It's basically a VX with better SD-RAM support and a better ID controller and a few minor tweaks I can't remember now. The graphics card right now, it's a diamond. It is based on the permidia 2 chipset, the professional chipset back on its days. It was a professional OpenGL card. The sound card is also not original. Sorry. It's a ECS audio drive. I'm going to show you when I go to Windows properties. It's a very fast CPU system. One thing on this motherboard is stock. When I place this CPU, it clocks only at 333. I had to disable the safety measure so that I can run at 400. tested with all of the games, no issues there. Let me show you. I forgot to update. I'm using the generic permidia 2 drivers. These are the last ones. There's the ECS 1868. Right now it has 128 megabytes, and I don't see a lot of low performance. There's with the built-in Windows 98 drivers, the sound card, the drivers. I'm just going to do a restart so you can check better. It's a 5GL 1000 Pro. So it has this separate CPU management system. User defined turbo frequency disabled. This is for lower clocks. If I enabled, it would in some instance be a little unstable. External clock 66 multiplied by 2, which in this case makes a 6 one. Speed error hold disabled. Voltage IO plane 3.338, core plane 2.10. I have to place a new battery in here. And here I place the memory at its lowest settings to be a lot more faster. Power management. Like the others except for the AHX chipset, the TX also has the 64 megabytes limit for better performance. Well, I did. What's happening now? Why not showing up? Oh, that scared me. When I did place one 64 megabytes module, and it gives me 220 megabits per second, and unfortunately I don't know where it is, that memory. But when I place every other one that I play 64 or 128, it gives me the same result, 201 megabits per second on the memory bandwidth. Oops. So the only thing it's all in the system is of course the graphics card. let's see the results. With 64 megabytes, with most of our drive and the 128, I get the same memory bandwidth, 201.47 megabits per second. There's a Diamond 5GL, the permidia 2 with 8 megabytes. This one has 8 megabytes of video RAM. At the top, as you can see, it makes use of the 6x multiplier. There's a score for the CPU. It almost reaches the PT2 400. There is finished. Let's keep the hard drive. As I'm going to show you with the GL Quake using this graphics card. It's a 640 by 480. It's slower. Let me just lower a little bit the sound. Let me close this. Excuse me. I'm going to reformat the system and I'm going to install an GeForce 2 MX that I have PCI version that I'm going to place in here for an overall best performance. As you can see, oh no, I can't remember now what are the command line. Oops. And this is just show you guys, since I'm going to place GeForce 2 MX card for better results. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.